Welcome everyone to another exciting edition of Let's Love Hate the Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Quickly now, quickly!
This is Chapter 7, Part 1. Look at that scowl. That is the scowl of a big bad villain.
That's it. That's the smell. This place reeks of Mako.
Looks like we made it.
Layout's the same as Reactor 1.
Yeah, we're near Mako storage.
Let's move.
Right after all of that, the trio finally got to the Mako Reactor number 5 to finally do what they were setting out to do in the beginning, which is bomb the fuck out of this place.
I'm not seeing
So this chapter comes in like a lamb and goes out like a lion.
That could work. I'm next.
Very straightforward and formulaic, and this is the definition of padding in this level. But before we get to that, let's go down this pipe. Whee!
Kinda scary,
We got to do
huh?
that in the original, but it wasn't nearly that cool. Whee! So yes, this chapter is very, very by the numbers, formulaic, and literal copy and pasting.
Hey, check it out. They stick this big boy on us, we'd be screwed 6 ways from Sunday.
Mechanized units like these were designed to take out giant monsters. Probably a new prototype. If they do decide to deploy it, then our best bet would be to run like hell.
Oof. Then let's hope he sleeps through the explosion.
Little foreshadowing to the, spoiler alert, final boss of the chapter of this section. 5, 6, 7 has kind of been one continuous, actually really starting at the second half of chapter 4, has kind of been a continuous story arc.
Where is everybody?
You mean Shinra? Got spooked and cleared out is my guess. You think you can take me on?
You need a light?
Worked up a good sweat.
Do you need to take a shower? Tifa's always talking about sweat,
Almost
shower.
Whee! The smell. It takes me back.
Takes her back to a very specific traumatic moment in her past. We will come to find. So, the layout is very similar to Reactor number 1 that we started the game at. A little different though. Oh boy.
Well, what we got here?
Birds up top.
I can deal with those things.
Buzz off.
No way! Bring it!
Yeah, I'll do it.
Back in it.
Come on!
Fuck on this.
So your weapons come with abilities that you learn. You do the certain move associated with that particular weapon, and then if you do it enough times, you learn the ability permanently, and you don't need to have the weapon equipped in order to use that ability anymore. So, always working on a new move with someone.
I won't. Freeze! Gotcha! It's on you.
Let's do this. on you.
About damn time! Kiss my ass! You ain't getting out of this! Here it comes!
So this is the end of a long story arc, you know, chapters 4.5, 5, 6, and now the beginning of 7 has been a long slog. A lot of fun, but again, I can't tell you enough times. Do not play chapters 5, 6, and 7 all in one shot. I mean, you will not like the game anymore. You will get sick of it. There's just not enough variety, and all of the levels have just a little bit of padding to them. Especially this one, you will see it soon. Alright, so we are going to set the bomb at reactor core number 5 of the Mako plant. Let's take a moment to walk instead of run. Kind of look around and build up the ominousness of this moment. So I noticed that this particular reactor has blue instead of green.
Sephiroth. Soldiers. Mako. Shinra. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all of this!
Soldier boy.
Tifa.
What?
Okay. So I have to go back and watch the previous video, but I believe that's number 5 now. I think there was 2 in front of Tifa, 2 in front of Barrett, and now 1 in front of both of them. So that's 5 times where he's just kind of keeled over and stopped randomly. He did it about the spot in with Barrett.
How much time we need?
Got all the time in the world. This one comes with a remote detonator.
Courtesy of Jesse.
How convenient.
We withdraw to a safe distance,
Well, isn't that special?
then kaboom!
Safe distance?
What? No such thing. We get out the same way we got in. Let's double back.
The remote control seems to make a lot more sense. They didn't get randomly attacked by a boss there. No Scorpion Sentinel, no... What?
Huh?
What the? Where you going?
Weirdly perfect timing.
Wait a minute. Is someone watching us?
Greetings, my dear sewer rats. As architect of our populace engagement campaign, I, Heidegger, head of public security, bid you welcome.
The chief warmonger.
You should be flattered. Right now, you command the undivided attention of every soul in Midgard.
Huh? What is this?
Breaking news from Mako Reactor 5. Shinra has confirmed the reactor to be the target of the bomb threat issued by the terrorist group Avalanche. Members of the group were observed entering the facility, and security is currently sweeping it for explosive devices. We now go live to the scene.
I'm here in the Sector 5 Undercity. Having confirmed the terrorist target, the Shinra Emergency Operations Center has issued an evacuation advisory. Residents are outraged that the tragedy of Mako Reactor 1 was only the first attack in a campaign of violence.
President Shinra has issued a statement providing assurances that the terrorists will soon be brought to justice.
And so, To a people beset by chaos and uncertainty, we will offer the finest comfort, bread and service.
The big boy.
I give you Shinra's latest triumph of technology. The Airbuster, your executioner.
Engineering on the line. Currently, the Airbuster is only 60% operational. The estimates were optimistic.
I'm on air! To the imbecile in charge down there, you are hereby ordered to seize those intruders and bring them to me. But quietly or there'll be trouble! You are no progress on getting that Airbuster operational. Try it. Never been afraid? No escape. I swear if you fail me, I'll fight myself.
Let's finish this.
Gotcha! Attention all together.
Take the lead.
About damn time! Is that all you got? Right now!
So these guys have super high evasion. They're super hard to hit physically. The trick to these guys is Cloud's Ravager mode plus block, and he counters, and then that leaves them susceptible to combos, and then fire. Fire is their big weakness.
Shut the hell up!
I don't believe it. We played right into Shinra's hands.
Yeah, and their bullshit news is already peddling their false narrative.
Attention all security forces.
So we're screwed.
Subdue the insurgents.
No, hell no!
Immediately. I
Listen,
repeat.
they want to turn this into a spectacle.
Subdue the
Then I
insurgents
say
and
let's
bring
give
them
them
to the
one.
command center
Let's
right
take
now.
down Shinra's big ass neck in front of everybody.
Okay, I'm sold.
I do love the confidence of Barrett.
Insurgents and bring them to the command center right now. Attention all security forces. Subdue the insurgents and bring them to the command center immediately. I repeat.
You heard the man! Get these components prepped for the Airbuster ASAP!
Bring them to the command center right now.
Ready, sir.
Component outbound for VII!
Copy, V8.
Intruders!
Take him out! That's that. Fire. Enough. Time to burn.
I'm kind of enjoying just being a little
Now
bit more
let's see what these
subdued this time and
bastards
just
are up to.
watching the battles and listening to the music. Like, so they're still building the big ass mech, the Airbuster.
It looks like a few of its components are still in transit.
We'll see about that.
Could tamper a little with its loadout.
And give ourselves an edge?
There should be a console somewhere.
This the console you talking about?
So you find these key cards.
Huh? Find something?
Keycard. Might come in handy.
You think? Nice work.
And that allows you to use these monitors in these rooms. Yes, rooms. We will be doing this several times.
Think you can get it to work?
Needs a keycard.
Try that key card of yours.
M units, huh? I'm guessing that's some sort of component?
Yep. An enhancement powered by liquefied materia.
Sounds bad.
Pretty sure I can divert this unit for disposal.
So with the key cards, you go to these little consoles, and these several rooms will go to just like this, and take out parts from the thing. And there's 3 parts you can take out. They all affect the machine in a different way. We'll see as we go.
M unit flagged for disposal.
And so as we're doing this, we're weakening the
Just
final
imagine
boss
their
of the
faces
level
when they find out.
and gaining some
So
items.
far, so good.
Right. Let's move.
So the 3 things you can tamper with all do different things. M units, I think, are the least ones to focus on because they just give you generic items.
You think they're watching us? Even now?
Yup. Probably got a live feed.
Nothing we can do about it. Except smile for the folks at home.
So one of the things that's interesting about this game that's subtly brilliant about the script is the fact that
Tough, but doable.
they really do kind of drive home how the media is easily manipulated, and then therefore the general population is very easily manipulated by the media. So, you know, it's not just a matter of
Deal with that.
average citizens not liking Avalanche. It's obviously they're being constantly
Not bad.
bombarded with information and propaganda. So we're running through this building, and now we're at B7. We just did B8, now we're at room B7, walking through hallways to get to another room just like this to fight enemies that we've already fought. Again, more everyday Joes, fathers and husbands.
Intruders! Seize them!
It's on you.
Guess it's my turn.
You know, you literally kill dozens and dozens of these guys on the way. I can't hurt that guy. You see the little thing was blocked off? Anyway, it's almost like... So, Shinra knows that they're there. They're broadcasting the infiltration, so they obviously know they're there. And there's all these dozens of soldiers spread out throughout the building.
Looks like there's 2 consoles this time.
Here's an idea.
Double the sabotage.
Any cards?
Just the one.
2 choices. And only 1 single-use card. It's up to you, Cloud.
Why don't we maybe throw all the guys at them instead of just like 6 at a time? Like, let's sort of like see how this trio could do against like 100 guys and machines and all that stuff. So we gotta make a choice here. We could take the big bomber unit, and that's what we'll do. To make a choice, we're gonna take one of the big bomber units, so that's one less big bomber this thing's gonna be able to use against us at the end of this level. And, you know, as in the original game,
Heidegger's got
Big
no
Bomber was a
idea
pretty
who
hard-hitting,
he's messing
you know,
with.
major explosive physical
So
attack.
where did we send the discarded stuff?
To a storeroom for defective equipment, I'm guessing.
That's so. You think these defective shells and programming cores might be valuable enough to warrant a little detour?
Maybe.
I say we grab them.
If we get that far.
So the vast majority of this level is going from these B rooms, 8, 7, 6, and so on, with little narrow connecting hallways, just working your way up.
Okay, listen up, y'all. Everything Shinra has told you is a goddamn lie. Mako is the lifeblood of our planet. Those greedy bastards are bleeding it dry. Y'all gotta rise up.
Barrett, who are you talking to?
The people put me on TV. I'm gonna drop some truth.
1000 Gil says they cut the sound.
It's fun. You know, Barrett's politician instincts are very helpful. So, cut down some of the part where you're just wandering through another hallway. So here we're at B6 now, fight more of these guys in an identical room. And so you cannot tell me this is not padding. This is the definition of padding. Same rooms, same enemies, same exact gameplay, over and over and over again. Hey, it's a fun game. Battles are fun, so I enjoy having plenty to play. But call a spade a spade. This chapter especially is the one that you can point to, that this game contains clear, obvious padding.
AI programming core. What are you thinking, Cloud? Should we get rid of it?
Third thing you can do. So I think taking out the AI programming cores and the big bombers are the best options. It gives you the best weapons.
For disposal.
It gives you the best items at the end of this sequence. And I think
Heidegger's not gonna like that.
it gimps the final boss more than M ones. So this level reminds me so much of the Palamecia airship or base or whatever in 13. Sonic Strikers, those are gloves for Tifa. So let's go into the menu and check out her loadout a little bit. You can see she's rocking the metal knuckles at this point. And so you can see there's these special abilities you can win. Overpower, you can learn Overpower by equipping those and using that ability enough times in battle. And Focus Strike with those other ones. So it's a fun little thing. B5.
We're coming up on the exit. Tifa, detonator still in range?
We should be good.
The moment Big Boy goes down, you hit that switch.
Right.
So we're just working our way through it. Started at B8. Walking through hallways and big rooms, so...
Come on.
Of the same thing. With the same enemies. Again, good thing the action is fun, and we enjoy the battle system. So yeah, it reminds me of the Palamecia ship in 13, where it was just the same hallways and rooms for... Jesus, that one was at least 3 hours, I want to say. Man. Quite the slog.
Can't say we didn't prepare. Now we just gotta get it done.
Chapter 7, Part 1. Very straightforward. Not a lot happening. I guarantee you, Part 2 of Chapter 7 is going to be much more interesting, so join us next time!